The last and probably the most important thing that I learned from Matt Sheldon was Yo, what's going on 1020? I hope you're all super well. It's a rainy old day out here, but I wanted to do today's video a little bit differently. So it's a day off for me, and I really wanted to share some insight about what it's like to live with Matt Sheldon for about 3 weeks. This is a professional player, so it's almost like I've lived as a professional. I've seen what he does. I feel like there's 4 valuable things I've taken away. I'm gonna share that with you in this video. We got 4 points, which, man, I'm really just going to start using in my life, and maybe you guys can start using in yours. Don't forget, if you are new around here, go down below, click that subscribe button. Also, chuck a like on the video and check out Matt's channel. The link for that will be in the description. And if you haven't already checked it out, head over to www.stepzz.co. Grip socks are absolutely flying, and in the next day or so, there's going to be colored socks available. We're going to have orange, yellow, red, and navy blue. So I'm going to keep you guys updated with that. If you want to wear those colors in your games, then stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure they're going to sell quick. And when I say quick, I mean like, damn, real quick. So make sure you're ready. Stay updated on Stepzz apparel, but let's get into this video. Point number 1, which I've really taken from Matt, is all about food. I think we can all agree Matt has a damn good physique, and one of the big things about having a physique like that is the food that you put into your body. He advised me, as I'm trying to put on weight, I can't be in a caloric deficit, meaning that when you work out you lose calories, and I can't be in, like, I need to have more calories than I lose. And I kind of knew that, but I found like the best way to do this is with shakes. He advised me, you know, have your breakfast, have your lunch, have your dinner. I was having good portions with that all the time, in Australia as well, but he advised me have smoothies twice a day. So it would go breakfast, then I'd have lunch, and then around 3 or 4 p.m. And this is one of the most important things with this, is that you wake up at about 8 a.m., have your breakfast, then you have your lunch at about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then you have that smoothie 3:30, between 3 and 4 o'clock, then you have your dinner at about 6:30 to 7:30, and then right before you go to bed, maybe 9:30, have another smoothie. And in that smoothie, you got your greens, you got peanut butter, you got protein powder, you got some water, you got frozen fruits. I think that's it, I can't quite remember. But that's one thing where I've gone, yep, this is so important to me. I'd love to do it here, but my smoothie blender doesn't work so well. The next thing is simple is okay. I don't have to make these extravagant meals. Chicken, rice, bell peppers, that's fine. Eggs in the morning, and then maybe some pasta and chicken at night, or some pasta and mince. Keeping it simple is okay. That's definitely something I've taken away. And then the other thing that I've learned is that these suckers are damn good. They're peanuts, they're not the ones that I actually like. Matt put me onto these really good ones. So peanuts are a great little snack, because I think they have really good fats, they have protein, they have carbs, and like, this is what Matt would have. We'd come home from training and he would just have peanuts. So that's something I'm going to start implementing into my diet if I'm feeling it. And I keep them by my desk so that when I'm hungry, if I want a snack, because I'm putting on weight, peanuts are great. The second thing I really took away from Matt is the things that I'm now doing at the gym. In my opinion, this is nothing to do with Matt, this is my opinion. If you're lifting weight, you're going to put on muscle. Yes, there may be certain exercises which are better for footballers, there may be certain exercises which are better for actually gaining muscle, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, if you're lifting weight, you're gonna benefit. So Matt put me onto this super simple gym program. It's 5x5, so 5 sets, 5 reps, and it consists of just squats, bench, and deadlifts, and that's to gain some size. And then within that, you up the weight each session. So you might start at 100 pounds. You start super light so that you're not sore. Then from there, the next session you go to 105. Then you go to 110 pounds. And then you continue on from there. For all my Australian brothers, it's 2.5 kilos increase every session. Now, when you get to the point where you go, ooh, 80 kilo bench or however much bench is too hard, you just step it down until you're comfortable, and then you try again. So it's a super simple gym program. Now, Matt said you can't just do that. You have to do other stuff. You have to do your resistance bands, but you don't have to go in and work your biceps, your triceps, and everything else. You want to keep your body balanced, otherwise you're gonna end up injured. So that's a good basis of a program, but then from there you need to be able to do the other stuff as well. So that's now my gym program for now. I won't keep this forever because I think I will expand on this. I think this is just a good base to work on. And then from there, you know, you kick on, you do other exercises. You might do a deadlift, a jump, I don't know, whatever, man. But this is something I really took away from Matt. That's kind of my gym program now. The next thing that I learned from Matt is actually what happens on the field. At training sessions, this guy does not muck around. And that's something that I'm taking into my football training sessions. So a lot of the time I go to football and I play football or soccer to have a bit of fun and see my friends and, you know, hang out. And Matt does that, don't get me wrong, he loves his time there, but when it's time to switch on, in drills, I don't see this guy like laugh. I don't see this guy talk with anyone unless it's talking about the drill or anything like that. This guy is just focused. So that's something where I've gone, okay, I love to, you know, be around the team, have a bit of a laugh, but when it comes to the drill, and I've said this before, giving 100% in the drill. Matt is exceptional at this. I don't see, he's always focused. He's focused on the drill and making sure that he's giving it his best every single rep. If it's just a pass, if it's a possession drill, I'll chat with him after, but even then it's still very brief. And then after the session's completely done, then yeah, we have a laugh and all that sort of stuff. But in those training sessions, and this is for a lot of the pros, they're completely focused. When you go down to the lower levels, you see guys having a laugh. You see during the drills, you know, if someone messes up, you kind of give them a bit of stick. If someone messed up in Matt's drill, he wouldn't even say anything, he would just react. So if someone on your team loses the ball, he would just react, try and win the ball back, or whatever the objective in the game was. And then on top of that, like, the guy would do any sort of extras. If a keeper needed help with, let's say, crossing, he would be there helping the keeper with crossing and whipping it in. If the keeper needed help with long balls, he would help out because he's, number one, a team player. And number two, he's working on himself. We were actually talking about it. I was like, oh man, you were late again today. He's like, yeah, I was helping the keepers with their long balls. I was like, what do you mean? They were just kicking it to you and you're kicking it back. And he goes, yeah, but it's a long ball. It comes in, I control the ball, so I'm working on my first touch. Then I have to kick it back, so I'm working on my long distance passes. And it's, to him, it's more than just, you know, a bit of extras and helping someone out. He's using it for his benefit. And that goes back to the first point, which is anything he does on the field, man, it's completely focused. So even though the drill is meant for somebody else, he's there receiving the ball, making sure that his first touch is excellent. He's probably creating some sort of situation in his head where the ball's coming in and he's gone, okay, defender here, my first touch has to go this way. And then for the long ball, it goes, he has some sort of situation and makes sure that he hits it with complete focus as he would in a game. So that's why I really saw with Matt on the field. The guy just is completely focused all the time. Like I said, don't get me wrong, he loves to have a laugh, he loves to joke around. But on that field, like 95% of the time, unless it's like a rondo or it's two touch after, even two touch after training, he's just so focused. So I would only really say during the rondo, when it's a bit of fun, everyone's having a laugh, easing into training, that's when he has his laugh. After that, man, it's focus, nothing else, which is quality. I respect that, and I'm going to be implementing that into my sessions. The last and probably the most important thing that I learned from Matt Sheldon was just being a good guy, man. Like, this guy, I can't even really put it into words. Taking someone that you've met a couple times and you've seen online, like, yeah, Matt was a good friend of mine before I came to America. But to take me into his house and treat me the way that he did, it's a huge credit to him. Being a good guy like he was, it really helped me settle into all of this. And that's something, you know, you might think, Sheldon, how are you gonna take that in? You're not gonna, you know, have someone sleep in your bed with you. But it's just about doing good things, I would say, without the expectation of receiving anything. That's what I would say. So Matt would give me all of this advice. He'd help me with my weight program. He'd help me with the food that I should be eating. And, you know, he never expected anything from me. If I had questions, he'd answer them. If I wanted to do something, he'd be like, yeah, sure. And that's completely outside of football. Yes, he's a great guy on the pitch, but outside of football, to find someone like that, it's, you know, that's brilliant. And on top of that, I'm sure many of you haven't met Matt, or, you know, majority of you haven't spent 3 weeks with Matt. And we only get to see him through the camera. And the way that we see him through the camera, it's almost like he's different off camera in the sense that he's even nicer. He creates time for his fans, and we don't really see that on the vlogs. You know, we see this great guy who's showing his life as a professional footballer, but he does so many things off camera which you guys don't even get to see. I mean, 95% of the time, he's the last one out of the stadium because fans are coming in and like wanting to talk to him about their careers and asking for advice and just have questions for him. And he dedicates time, like even the other night when his parents were down visiting, I think it was like 45 minutes after the game, he was still there talking with people who were waiting to speak with him. And he was the last one to leave the stadium and go into the sheds. He doesn't have to do that. He could go like, hey, yeah, photos, autograph, yep, next, yep, go inside, and off he goes. But the guy he creates time for people. That's how I would put it. He makes time for everybody. He doesn't brush people aside. He doesn't, ignore anybody. He really just creates time for people, and that's like the best way I would put it. So I'm gonna end it there, but again, take these 4 tips, apply it to your life, because this is someone that is a professional footballer, is living that professional lifestyle. And I'm sure that if you take even just one of these things, maybe the weight or the food you can't implement because you're maybe trying to cut down on your mass, take that football aspect and apply it to your trainings, apply it where you can. So that's all from me. Go and check out Matt. His link will be in the description. I only have good things to say about the guy, but for now, Team Tweety, I'll sign out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy Johnny. I'll see you in the next video.